Good morning, everyone. It's Kate here from the Spiritual Realm Tea Room at Woolloongabba, and I have got Kat Edwards here with me. So we'll just wait for a few people to get on because it's only just started. So I'll get you to watch this. And I'm just going to check the other computer. So we've got one up already. Say hi when you come on. Let us know where you're from. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm just going to check the other computer, but I have got the lovely Kat Edwards here with me today. And Kat, what do you do?
I'm a spiritual guidance style reader. I am clairvoyant medium. Here at the Spiritual Realm Tea Room, I also offer tea leaf readings, and I am a qualified life coach, and I have a diploma in nutrition. I'm also a Justice of the Peace, and I'm a civil funeral celebrant. So I cap all of that as life coach and spiritual professional. That makes kind of more sense and umbrellas it a bit.
So she talks to the dead and she buries the dead.
I guess so.
Oh,
but they're happy about it.
It's good because she communicates with them, so she's actually able to pass messages on to the family of what they want with their services.
Well, yeah. As a funeral celebrant, you tend not to mention your spirituality or religion. So what I tend to do is I just tune into the person who's passed away and invite them to assist me in writing their service. And then they normally come forward, and when I'm writing a eulogy, I will get inspiration and I'll put in the right words for that. And also I've been inspired to find poetry and prose and music, which has brought the service together, and it's really all been because of being able to have that mediumship muscle there that I've been able to use. And that's really what it is, because everything's energy and you're tapping into energy, thought energy. It's just like any other skill. You just practice it a lot and then you can use it. So that's really it. I suppose it's a gift, but it's like anything else. If you don't work with it, it'll lag and become slack. So I just find ways to work with it that works for me.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. Now I'm going to quickly do our usual ritual this morning. So I'm going to light our special candle. So welcome with everyone that's coming on. I notice that there's someone there from Ireland. Noah, hello. And a lot of the regulars as well too. So good morning, everyone, and hello to all the new ones. So for anyone that doesn't know about this candle, I like to light this one to start off with, to give us protection, to give us love and hope. And I've got a special prayer that goes with it as well too. It helps remove jinxes and gives us good luck, protection, power, health, wealth. So everything is thrown into this one candle. Okay, so I'll light this and then I'll say our prayer. Now I don't have any of these in here, and I did have one of the followers come in here the other day and she wanted to get one of these candles. I will get them in, but you can get them at Eclectica at West End. Okay, so close your eyes for our prayer. I invoke the sublime influence of the Eternal Father to obtain success in all the subjects of my life and to smooth all difficulties that are in my way. I invoke the aid of the Holy Spirit so that my house prospers and my company and my person receive a message of good luck sent by the divine providence. O great hidden power, I implore your supreme majesty so that you separate me from danger at the precise moment that my way is illuminated by the light of fortune. I shall receive the infinite blessings of the sky. I believe in God, all-powerful Father. Amen. Okay, so today. We will be doing readings after, but I thought we'd have a bit of a talk on anything spiritual at the moment, whatever comes up. I'm actually feeling a little bit nervous having people here with me today. I'm so used to being here by myself and talking to you all, and it's like just talking to myself for an hour. Even though I've got lots of people watching me, but now that I've actually got someone... and so I've got Kat here, but I've also got Karen that's helping me out. So the people that were watching the show last week would have known that I was looking for someone to help out, because the messages just come flying through and I could not keep up with them last week. So I've got Karen sitting on the other side of the room, and Karen's one of my students, and she also does tea leaf reading and cards, and she will be here on Thursdays as well. So if you come into the Spiritual Realm Tea Room and want a tea leaf reading, Karen will be here for that. I've known Karen, for quite a number of years now. So it's going to be great having Karen here helping out. What else? I left the Love CD in the car because I'd needed a little bit of pick-me-up this week, and I'd left it in the car so we don't get to listen to any of the music today. I will go down and get it after. Like I said, I was going to put it up on the page, Magical Blessings. So go ask... Colors fill my head, a million dreams are keep... Just decline that. And I've got to turn the volume off. Hang on. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I did that last week too. So that was my mother-in-law ringing up to see how Tyler is. So for those that have been watching, Tyler is doing fine. He's having an operation on the 21st of October to remove part of his bowel. But he's back at work and he's doing fine now. We're still just all very exhausted from what's been going on, and I think I just need to have a few days off, even though I prefer it in here. So I haven't got the Love CD, but you can go onto Magical Blessings page and it will be up there so you can listen to that beautiful music. We will be giving away another book today, The A to Z of Tea Leaf Reading by me, Kate Denny, and it is also in another shop now up at Mount Tambourine, and they are called Journey to Soul. So if you go up to Mount Tambourine, they're in Long Street, and you can go and buy the book there from Yelena. And I will be going up to Mount Tambourine to take the show up there on the road one day with my gypsy wagon. So if you're looking for the book, here at the Spiritual Realm Tea Room in Woolloongabba, Eclectica at West End, Minnie and Rose, which is at Clontarf, and the Chameleon New Age Salon, which is down at Surface Paradise. Amazing place to go to. We are going to do our tea leaf readings today too. So I've got the tea here, so we might have a different one each. Is there anyone in particular you'd like to have? Kat?
I don't know.
I think I need to go with focus and a bit of pick-me-up. So I'm going to, this is my cup. So we're going to be using the Beautiful Cups by Sharon. So I've got those in here for sale. So you need to come, looking for something special for Christmas for someone, or just get it for yourself. There's a set of 5 and there's only 100 of each of these made. So I've got the focus. Which one would you like? So money.
Oh, you want me to do the money one? Okay. This is the money one. Come get that. Everyone wants more money.
And each one of these has got its own spell to go with it too. Oh, hey Pandora, that message that you sent me earlier on, I didn't recommend those people, so I think they're a bit cheeky getting on Facebook saying that I recommend their stuff. I think it was some clothes store, I'm not too sure. And we'll do the love for you, Karen. Ooh,
Yes, please.
Okay, bit of love for Karen. Now, Karen does have a beautiful, wonderful husband, so it's not as if she needs any more love, but it is for the love of it's love everywhere. Okay, so I've got my beautiful teapot here that I've bought. Actually, I think this is meant to be more of a coffee one. So I hope everyone's been having a this week. I did hear that Mercury retrograde is around, and I have been having troubles with both of my computers. I've just gone and bought a new computer and went to put that on. It did have the Love CD on there so I could play the music, but I don't know, it wouldn't come up. And I usually don't have that many problems with Mercury retrograde, but I have this time. Okay, so there's yours, Kat.
Thank you.
And we'll just pass this one over to Karen. Come and say hello, Karen.
Anyone else having a cuppa while we're having one?
Good morning, everyone.
So this is the lovely Karen. So she'll be here every Thursday helping out and doing tea leaf reading. So come in and see her. Oh, and another thing. Enjoy your tea.
I will. Thank you.
We'll do a reading with that soon.
Thank you.
So I'm going to change things a little bit too. Okay, and what I will be doing is inviting people to come in here and being part of the audience. So we'll be having a live audience in here. No more than 6 people, and the cost is going to be $20. So if you want to come in on a Thursday morning, and you will get a tea leaf reading as well. It's only going to cost you $20, and you can sit here and you can watch the show and you can chat to us after and have a cuppa with us. Okay, so just let us know if you want to come along, give me a call and book in really quickly. So what do I want to talk about with the ones that have passed over? So we're doing the tea leaf reading. I love doing the tea leaf reading because, as you know, we've got our past loved ones that can actually, you can see messages in the cups from them, and you might even see something like yesterday I did one, and the lady that I was reading for, her mother-in-law came through, and the letter was there for her name. I forget what that was, but she showed me this really pointy nose. And she said she was known for her pointy nose. So they will bring out things like that so you know who it is that's coming through. And she had a child on her back, and I knew that this child had passed over. And what it had meant is that she had carried this child for quite some time because the child had been sick. So she did everything for this child, and she had, you know, a lot of responsibilities. So the child was coming through to let her know that, you know, they were all around her. Now, we'll do our spells for our teas, and so we can have our tea, and we'll do some readings for people after. So Karen had the loved one. So the spell for the loved one is love, 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 come to thee. Love in all forms, now see me. Bring me protection, so mote it be. Come now, blessed be. So if there's someone there that wants a love reading, that will be from Karen's cup. And then we've got the money with cats. And this one is money, 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 come to thee. Money in all forms, now see me. Bring me protection, so mote it be. Come now, blessed be. Now the ingredients that are picked for these teas too, Michelle found a lady that was a judge for teas, and she would go and do the search for the teas that were needed for particular blends. And this one here, I'll just tell you what's in here. It's got a combination of organic Himalayan black tea, once used as currency for the Orient. So that's why that one was picked. Peppermint and spearmint to attract and to protect money. Cinnamon and fenugreek, thank you, for money attraction, allspices for prosperity, ginger for abundance, and clove for luck, with all the ingredients enchanted under the full moon. The herbs, spices and flowers used in this brew have been used throughout century in magical rituals to attract money and abundance, prosperity and luck. So either way you drink about it, this brew is not only mystical and magical, but is good luck for your mind and your body. And they are really yummy. Okay, so if anyone is this Mum's Cafe, it's mine. It used to be the Rendezvous Tea Room Victoria, and my friend Luke used to own it, and he had been here for many years, and he was my mentor and a dear friend of mine, and he passed away of this year. So I'm sorry if you knew Luke and didn't know that he had passed away. And I have come in here as, what I suppose, a caretaker and keeping it going. And I also wanted to have a place for my students where they could come and practice, and I could run the classes. I'd also written the book, The A to Z of Tea Leaf Reading. I'd started this back in the 10th of the 11th, 2012. And that was when I'd done the first tea leaf reading for myself. So being here in the tea room is actually quite special for me, because I ran my very first workshop here back in 2013, 2014, with the help of Luke being my mentor, and then writing the book, which came out in March this year, and then he passed away, and now I'm in here. Now, I now own the shop, so having a lot of fun. It's very tiring because I had another business before this, which I'm running as well too. But just to let you know, we're giving away one of these today. So what I want you to do is type in book, and you will go into the draw to win the book, a signed copy by me, and I will post that off to you. So we will pick our winner out at the end of the show. So Karen's just keeping an eye on all of that. So just type in book, whoever wants to win a book, even if you've got one for yourself, it would be a great gift. Donna, that won last week, she's actually working here on Wednesdays now. So when I put out the message, Karen said yes, and I wanted Karen in here anyway because she's just absolutely fabulous, and I've known her for quite a number of years. And then Donna I had met at one of the expos, and she said, I would have loved to have done it, but Thursday's no good for me. So she's now in here on Wednesdays helping out. So that's Donna Smith, that won the book last week, is now working in here at the Rendezvous Tea Room. The Spiritual Realm Tea Room, which was once a Rendezvous Tea Room.
And somebody just asked, where is it? It's in Woolloongabba, and it's on the service road of Stanley Street, just down from the florist, next to a Japanese restaurant. And you can get free parking at the Coles, which is just in Woolloongabba there. So you just Google Coles, Gabba Coles, Gabba, Gabba Coles, and you'll find out where that is. And when you drive along the street, you'll see there's an underground car park, and there's 3 hours free parking on the first 2 levels and 6 hours free parking on the bottom level.
Just look for the visitors sign, and you can park there for 6 hours.
Yeah, saves a lot of money and worry.
And that's in Gibbons Street, and it's a very short stroll over here as well.
Very.
Okay. All right. What do you want to do? You want to... Kat goes off to a lot of spiritual churches and does platform reading. You did one last night, didn't you?
Yeah, I was the guest speaker at Mana Atua Spiritual Centre in North Lakes, and that was a really beautiful evening run by Reverend Tanya Gabrielle, and they had a lot of discussion about the fallout of dealing with addictive behaviour, and moving forward from that, and understanding the growth that comes from such an agitation in a person's life, and therefore in the lives of all people around them. And there were a few people in the congregation whose children had gone through addiction, and they lost loved ones, lost contact with people, lost massive assets because of it. And to have the understanding that at a soul level we incarnate to have learning and experience, and this has caused you to learn and grow, help them to get some reconciliation so that they can move forward. So we had quite an interesting discussion about that, because we can't stay in anger and frustration. That keeps us stuck. And when we understand just how much we've grown because of the agitation that someone else has caused, we can find a place in there to accept that that's happened. We can't change the past, but we can become better for it. And so we had quite an interesting evening.
Tanya was saying, I was there last night, Kat was great. And she's absolutely fabulous. And Lynn was talking about the ripple effect, of how it affects everybody around you. And there's also like the illnesses as well too that are related to it, and what we do, people getting cancer, liver cancer. It's just horrible, like with what addictions can do. And it's not just alcohol, but you find other crutches. I had to stop drinking back in 2010. I stopped drinking, and I come from a family we've got alcoholics. Sorry family, just putting it out there. But it is really difficult, and it's hard to break away from too. And I was 46 before I sort of stopped drinking, and I ended up, I was really quite ill. And I've got an addictive personality. It's like, even when I'm here, I'm obsessed with work, and I don't know how to put it down, and I don't know how to just sit and do nothing. There's always something that I need to be doing. So you need to find something that's healthy, that's going to occupy your mind as well.
And the thing with addictive personalities, is you've got two choices: fight it or accept it. And if it's part of who you are, then we want to reframe the addiction from being addicted to something that is destructive to being addicted to something that's constructive. And by being addicted to something that's constructive, we are then allowing ourselves to bring more and more positive energy into our lives. But we're also allowing ourselves to have opportunity to put boundaries in place. So you may have an addiction to being in the shop, but your boundary is that at 4 p.m. you close the doors and go home. And apparently. But it then gives some control, because often what happens is that people begin to get anxious, and that anxiety is a feeling of being out of control.
You know what got me home was the parking limit was over. So it's like, oh well, I might as well just go and pick up my car and go home now. Yeah. Otherwise, like, I could have just sat here for another few hours yesterday. And I've got an alarm system, and I kept getting messages from them. The shop's supposed to be closed. Is anybody there? I'm addicted to this place. But finding something that is healthy and positive, like I always say, there's always a negative and a positive to any situation. And I don't know about you, but like with our sensitivities, when I was at school, I found it really, really hard the beginning of my life was really hard, and that was because I was so sensitive. And now I'm using that sensitivity to actually help people, and I work with it, and it's great. So you need to find the positive side of everything.
Yeah. So I've got a friend who was an alcoholic and gambler, and he gambled away $2 million, I think it was, and he found yoga and meditation and became addicted to that. And then he became addicted to learning how to cook vegetarian, and he became addicted to soda water.
Mine was water. Victoria's just saying, so I'll go back to Victoria. She's stuck, so she needs to understand why it's so hard to make a change. We need to reprogram our brain, and it's not just an overnight thing. I meditated every single night. I'd put on a meditation CD to help cut the ties from the past, and then to balance my chakras. And it was a constant doing something different every day. And if you follow my thing with E squared, E squared by Pam Grout, and what you think about comes about. And you need to think about that, like change your thought process. And yeah, it just doesn't happen overnight. Living in gratitude and love is a big step too. Being grateful for what it is that you've got. Don't be hard on yourself if you step back. You know, that's life. We have things happen around us, dramas that happen around us. So it's remembering not to be too hard on yourself too, and forgiving yourself, you know, for picking up that drink or that cigarette. Don't beat yourself up over it, okay? We are only human at the end of the day. But you've got to remember to congratulate yourself and celebrate the things that you've done too. We tend to override everything with the bad, and we think about the bad and the negative. So think about what it is that's good that's happened during the day too, to actually help override those negative feelings.
Yeah, because you're not in center if you're in a bad place. You're not centered. You're feeling out of control. And so the way to become centered is to focus on your spinal cord. I always bring it back to the physical. We know it's real. You have a spinal cord. It's a central nervous system. It's full of electricity. And we know that electricity is golden white light because we see lightning. So you have golden white light. It's like a rod going through the back. So bring your mind into your back, into your spinal cord, and just focus on a rod of white light there. And that is part of your power. And when you draw on your power, you summon on your power, you're drawing on all the electrons in your body. And you can imagine that your spinal cord is an extension cord, and you can plug it out of your coccyx down into earth, and then you can plug it out of your crown into sun, and bring the energy from sun and earth into your solar plexus, your big battery, and charge yourself up through you being plugged in to the connection with the universe. So spirituality is about connection. It really is simply connection. When you're having that feeling of stuck, that's actually a good place to be, because you're uncomfortable. If you're stuck, you can be in two places. It can be so comfortable that you don't want to move, in which case apathy, lethargy, and just plain blobness, being a bit of a blob, will happen to you. But at some stage, your muscles want to fire off. That energy within you wants to move. And that's a great place to dream up what you'd really like. It's a great place to say, I really would love to go and live on a tropical island, or I really would love to go and learn to be a train driver. Whatever it is that you would really love to do. A dog groomer, or I'd really, really love to go and walk through Paris. Whatever it is that you'd really love to do, you can dream it up from that place of being stuck. And you can create a vision board there. You can write poetry about it. You can create a song. You can create a beautiful painting. You can fantasize. Like, fantasy's great. Get in there and fantasize about walking along the streets of Paris, or maybe Rome. I really want to lose 20 kilos so I can dress and walk around the streets of Rome and have the men clap at me because I'm so beautiful. You can do that. All you have to do is start to dream it up, and as you dream it up, the universe says, I love you so much. Is this what you want? Oh, okay. Well, inspirational thought, inspirational thought, inspirational thought. As you're sitting there dreaming it up, the inspirational thought is coming through, and if you are in a place of mindset that you will receive that inspirational thought, you will then take right action towards what it is that you want. Because while you're in stuck mode, you're making right action towards being stuck. The universe will give you more of stuck, because the universe loves you so much.
You've been listening to was it Abraham Hicks?
Abraham Hicks.
You said me the other day. Yes. So really powerful, and it really does help. Michelle's saying that she's addicted to helping others. Just so long as you're helping yourself first, okay? But yeah, there's anything wrong with that. Look after yourself.
Yes. When you're helping others, you have to also learn to say no. And delegate. But
there's that feel, like you feel good too, like to see that smile on somebody else's face. Yeah. That it lifts you. It does. It lifts you. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to know the balance. Because you can end up putting everything you need to do for your own life aside and getting everybody else sorted out. And you can be helping the wrong sorts of people too, people who have no gratitude towards you, and they just keep pushing on you, using you, and having nothing but disdain towards you. And then they're angry with you when you don't help them, because you start to say, you clean up your own mess. So be careful when you're helping others, anybody, that the people that you are helping truly appreciate what you're doing, and give what you've got in your residual energy to it. Don't use your energy for running your life to give to others, because you'll burn out and then you'll be no good to anyone.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I learned the hard way.
Okay, so let's start with some readings now. Who have we got coming up? Have you got a list of readings?
Readings, yeah.
Thank you for keeping an eye on that. Okay. Okay. Pandora was in here the other day. It's come in and say hi to us. We'd love to meet you. So I had Pandora come in here, was it yesterday or the day before? And thank you very much to her son David for bringing her in, because she's in a wheelchair and she can't drive. So it was really good to sort of sit down and have a chat. And we just had such a beautiful connection. So yeah, love to see you all come in here. So Pandora, let's do it, because Pandora didn't have a reading when she was in here the other day. So we'll do a reading for Pandora. I'll get Kat to do that for you. What do you want to use, the cards or tea leaves?
Let's get some cards here. These are pretty.
Now these ones here, I love reading. They're, what do you call it? Life purpose cards. So looking at what you want to be doing, what's coming up for you. And then with Kat, she also sort of channels messages. Is that the right way to say it? I'm not too sure.
I just do my thing.
And
clairvoyant message. I get visions. And I try not to interpret them too much because then I get in trouble. I just give you what I see.
Now let us know where you're from too, and if you want to book, if you want to go into the bring that by 10:30, which is our time, Brisbane, Queensland time, and it would be 11:10 in Sydney. I'm just going to get some serviettes for my tick.
Normally, when I'm doing readings on the radio, which I often do,
You've got a show on Mondays, haven't you?
Yes, but that's not a readings show. That's a talk show. We talk about a lot of topics. Myself and David Clark, who's a retired social worker, the two of us get together and talk about different topics to do with mental health. It's called The Healing Circle, and it's on at 11 a.m. in Brisbane time. It was on at 10 a.m., but David's in Syracuse in New York State in the USA, and they've just turned their clocks back from daylight saving time to standard time. So we're now on at 11 a.m. on Mondays, and in Brisbane, and in the USA, North America, Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Sunday nights. That's every week.
So you can go onto Kat's page, I'm sure it's on there.
Yes. Blog Talk Radio, David Clark, Clarke, and it's called The Healing Circle.
I'll put that up at the top of the page after so you can go and check it out.
Yes.
Okay, so this is for Pandora.
So the central card that I've pulled for you, Pandora, is a study card, and it's about gaining confidence through education and research, and then using that confidence to speak your truth. And it's also then going to assist you in letting go and moving on for whatever challenge is happening in your life. It's about taking control and about standing up for yourself, but standing in your power and in your purpose. By standing in that place, you will gain more respect, and you will begin to start to heal so that you can move forward. The life purpose involves your skills of oration. So this card in particular, the speaker card, really stands out to me because that is about you actually verbalizing your truth, standing in that power. Now this card here, the letting go card, was upside down, and I turned it right so I could read it. That means that there's still a little bit of a process that needs to go on in the letting go. So that's where you're going. You're going through the letting go process, but more power to you when you stand in that place of confidence through knowledge.
And Pandora, like with the speaker's card there, and what you were telling me about the other day and things that you had done before in the past, I know that you've done a lot of voluntary work and helping out other people, and you would be great at inspirational for other people, you know, that have gone through the same thing that you have. And I'll tell you, yeah, just remind me next time you see me. I've got a story to tell you about another friend of mine, been through something similar, but just amazing. Like, you are so positive with everything that you've been through. You know, you've chosen to be the positive, happy person that you are. So good on you. Good on you. So I hope you enjoyed that reading with Kat. Okay, our next one is for Wendy. And I'm going to get my tea ready. This is stopped. Oh. Sorry, I'm just having a look at some of the messages that are coming through. It looked like it had stopped. Oh, now I just wanted to quickly tell you too, I'm going to be running some online workshops. So Wednesday morning, excuse me, I'll be doing one on tea leaf reading. So if you can't make it here to the Spiritual Realm tea room for our next tea leaf reading workshop, which is I've got one on the first Sunday of December and the first Saturday of December. If you can't make it here, I'll be doing one online. So just let me know if you want to do that. And I'll also be doing some other stuff online as well too. Okay, so this is for Wendy.
For Wendy. Hi, Wendy. First thing that came to me when I was focusing on you was my receiving hand for money started to get very, very itchy. So some money coming, which is nice. It's itchy. It's really itchy. The other thing was I close my eyes, I go within, I try and focus on the person that I'm pulling the cards for. And I had a little bit of a vision of a dog. Now dogs can come in two things. It can be literally a dog, or it can be a friend. Because when we dream, if we dream about dogs, often we're dreaming dogs representing friends. And there's a concern about the dog and about where the dog is going and its welfare. And the message is that everything will calm down and the dog will be all right.
Look at this, you're talking about the dog, and we've got a dog here in the cup kissing its human being.
Oh.
Can you see that?
Yes,
I'll just turn the cup around and show you. So how funny is that Cat should be talking about that? And there's the dog there. We've got this big dog kissing its master. Okay, there's the dog.
Now, somebody in the newsfeed said something about becoming a healer, but Wendy, you're a healer. And but the two cards, the healer card and the justice card, were upside down when I pulled them. So this needs more work. So we need to heal over something that hasn't been fair. And the way that we heal over this is actually through the card that was upright, and that is music. So bringing in the thing that feeds your soul is going to assist you in healing over what it is that disrupted your vibration and made you unhappy. You are highly connected with your ability to tune into Mother Earth and to draw in her knowledge and her healing power. And that's what the crystals assist with. So hold them, sit with them, allow them to assist you to feel calm. And know that there is going to be a shift in the energies around anything to do with justice in your life, in particular with career. And I still got this itchy hand, you know. So when you go into your meditations, hold your crystals and align yourself, get into that receiving mode and get some music on. Fun music, happy music, meditation music, music that makes you cry, music, any kind of music. Get into that thing that feeds your soul. And if it is music, then that is brilliant, because that is going to help you to realign yourself. And because one of the things that happens to us when we go through a big upheaval or agitation is that we go out of alignment and we tend to forget who we are because we get caught up in what is. So by coming back into alignment and coming back into who you are through something that feeds your soul, you're going to start to feel more settled, and you're not going to torture yourself with your own emotions. Therefore, you're not going to be disrupted with what is reality versus what your emotions are telling you reality is. You will go through your lesson easier and you will have a greater outcome. I feel very positive towards the process of gaining trust and moving forward in your career. What do you think?
Beautiful. And also too, I was just reading the messages that were coming through. Barbara, yes, you can just send me a message and I'll organise, you can get the teas online. So just let me know which ones you want and I'll send you my bank account details. That goes for anything else that's here too. I can post them off for you, so just let me know. So Barbara was just wanting the teas and the candles. Pandora has said thank you very much. I'm not too sure what that's about. And Wendy's just saying thank you. So I hope that made a lot of sense to you, Wendy. Okay, so now I've got my tea ready here, and when Kat was talking about the dog, we've got the dog here as well. And we've got Tanya. So you know Tanya, do you? She was there last night.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a reading for Tanya. So we've got a beloved dog kissing the human here. We've also got the letter A and T. So A can be about, they can be someone's initials, like Anthony, Andrea, whatever. It can be somebody's initials, so there's the letters A and T there. A is also about new beginnings, and it is the study card as well. The letter T is about trusting people, and it's about a plan being hatched. So maybe you're looking at doing something new. There's also the number 7 in there, and the 7 is, well, 7's your spiritual number. Funny that, if you're in the church. So 7's your spiritual number. It's a good luck number as well too. And I'm just seeing you with a pile of, I want to say that they're books in front of you. And to me, looking at like the study, I would say that there's quite a few different subjects that that you are researching as well too, or projects that you're into. It's like you've got a whole lot of things to do, and we've got all the balls that are falling down for each one that you have also finished. So I don't know if you can see that. So we've got the A and the T there. There's the dog and the human. Then we've got all the balls around here. I can't see the number 7 there now, but I'll take a photo of that and I'll put it up online. And then I've got a hand in here. I can see a hand and carrying a lot of things. You're carrying so much, it's actually like way above your head. So I can see the head there, I can see the hand, and then I can just see this pile of things. It's just like you're trying to carry too much. I don't know if you're carrying too much literally and you need to lighten your load a little bit, or maybe you've got a lot of things that you need to do at the moment. To me, it actually looks like you've got a lot of projects on the go, and just concentrate on one at a time, okay? Because you'll end up falling over. It's like you just can't see past you because there's just so much stuff that's actually going on. Sorry, there's another phone call coming through. Yeah, so try and do one thing at a time rather than do everything together. Okay, because you'll end up falling over. What else have we got? You see anything else there, Kat?
I'm interested in this here, this line, and this white thing here, and the human. What do you think that is? And it's over the arrow and the snake.
To me, that looks like someone that's cuddling into their pillow and having a bit of a rest.
And why would it be over the arrow and across the snake?
Okay, so you've got that loyal friend that's watching over you, being the dog, okay? The dog represents a loyal friend, and it represents you as being the loyal friend. The snake, now with the arrow and the snake there, it looks like you're really tired from the frustrations of this person that might be attacking you, someone that you need to watch out for. Now, the snake can represent different things. It can be like the shedding, okay, and moving forward in a new life. But this actually looks like you need to take rest. So there's that shedding and moving forward, but remembering to take that rest as well. The arrow itself, where that's pointing to, I'm wondering if you've actually got some pains around the head, if you're getting headaches, because that's the area that it's in. See, she's having to rest. What do you pick up with that?
Well, it's the side of the body that's being shown as well. And with the snake going this way, the body's going, it makes a T. And it makes me feel like the person's at a crossroad. And maybe they're thinking a lot at night, and they're not sleeping well. And they're also really thinking about someone that they love, because they're thinking about the dog. So they're really, really thinking about someone that they love. And it's an intense energy. It's up near the rim of the cup, so it's in the now. And it's something that needs to be settled. So you need to settle, because you need to sleep. You need to get this.
And if you look here, you can see a house here, and then you can see someone standing outside next to a car. So I don't know if you've got a visitor that's coming, or somebody's leaving your life. She can't get out of bed. It's like there's a turning point with you now, Tanya, and you need to have that rest to recuperate, to do what's coming up next in your life. It's like there's something new that's coming in. And I want to say too, like with this person that's around you, the snake also suggests too, they might shed their skin, but underneath they're still the same. So I don't know if you're having problems with somebody, but you know, it's as if, you know, they say they're going to change, but they don't. They're still the same person underneath. Okay, so I hope that has helped you, Tanya. I hope that's made sense. Okay, how are we going for time? Oh, okay, now it is nearly 10:30. So let's quickly do one more. Victoria, do you want to use your cup?
What did you do with this?
So give it a swish around. I put the saucer on the bottom so we don't scratch the gold. So these beautiful cups, they're $150. They've got real gold on them. Sharon is just the most amazing artist. So turn it upside down on your saucer. Now you're going to turn the cup around 3 times anti-clockwise. So that brings through our past and some confirmation. And when you stop, you have the handle facing towards your heart. And then you tap on it 3 times, and that brings through our spirit guides and our ancestors for any messages that they may have for us.
And I have lots of leaves in the cup.
Okay, so this is for Victoria. So you're still there? Yep, Victoria's still there. So I can't remember if it was Victoria that was saying that she's sort of at a standstill at the moment.
All right, the first thing that I'm drawn to, normally I have a little pokey thing.
Oh, look, I've got a nice pokey thing.
I like to be able to point at what I'm talking about. There's an arrow coming towards...
Look at this.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, this fancy pokey thing. Alright, just let me see how it go. Right here is an arrow. The handle always represents you. And this is an arrow. This is energy coming towards you. So this is coming. You've got steps of energy coming towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps of energy coming towards you. But this is a particular arrow, and it has an arrow feeding the block back of the arrow, which is pushing it. So this is coming, and it's got momentum. And then the arrow is facing a car. So there is quite the energy coming towards you, but the car is driving up this way and the energy is coming this way. So you need to make a decision whether or not you will accept this energy. You are the car. You have the power to get in, turn on the, put the key in the ignition and drive off, or accept it and let it collide with you. That's up to you. But it does have some momentum and it's coming now, so you need to make a decision about that energy. The next thing that I'm focused on is actually on the other side of the cup of you, this being you, the handle, is, I don't know if that's going to even come through. This here is a tea leaf that looks like a person going like this, like that, and that's you driving forward. So if you're the person who said that you were stuck, you're going to get something that's going to sort of move you, and it's coming. Now there's two people and they're standing one behind each other, and one of them's holding something at you. So you're holding something back at them. And it's just like two rolls of paper, one with this and one with this, and we're holding it at each other. And we need to decide to make some decisions. No, that's decide to make some decisions. Oh, yeah, doing well, aren't I? The people have a heart behind them. So they're coming from a place where actually, if you are able to communicate with them in such a way that you would disarm them, you would be able to have a easier passage in the dealings with these people, because they're actually coming from a place where they're coming from love, but they are still standing in their truth or their power, and you need to also stand in that. But education, research, knowing what you want to say in a way that you have your rights pieced out, that sort of thing works. And also just to say, I understand where you're coming from. One of the things I learned a long time ago was to say, I understand. When somebody's coming at you, I understand. How about we do this? Is that fair enough? And by saying these things, people become disarmed. But by telling them you understand, often that's what people want. They want to hear that you understand. Now then, and this is all in the immediate now, sort of 2 to 3 days, weeks. The next thing that I'm drawn to, can you see that person sitting there? It's like they're going fishing or something. Just sitting there. And there's a lot of people
they're down on
holding
the floor,
things,
sort of kneeling, bending over, doing something.
Yes, and then there's this person here holding something as well.
There's also a shooting star there too. Like that
Where's that
turns
one?
into like that from here. That looks
yes.
like a star, and see we've got the shooting star. So that's about things taking off quickly. And this one here looks like they're doing some type of manual labour.
So action steps need to be in place now. Be ready to make action, because things will go quickly for you. But you have to put in what you want to get out. We have a bird and we have little dots of money around the bird. So this is other people. We're getting opposite the handle, and you're hearing about other people who are moving on. Don't hold yourself back because other people are moving on. Accept it and let them go. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise when someone leaves your life, even though it may feel difficult at the time.
Now we've gone over time.
Okay.
But we won't get kicked off because I don't think Adrian starts for about another hour and a half. But quickly, Kat's going to be here on Tuesdays. So if you give me a call and you want to book in to have a reading with Kat, she'll be here on Tuesdays. But you work from Alex Hills too, don't you?
Yeah, I live in Alexandra Hills near Capalaba, and I see clients Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturday afternoons at the Shingle Inn at Capalaba Park Shopping Centre.
You're welcome, Victoria.
And if you really need to see me, and it's a Thursday or a Friday, I can meet with you there. I just have to make arrangements because my little boy's in kindergarten, and on Thursdays and Fridays he's at home. So I just need to make arrangements and I can come and see you. I can also connect with you over Facebook Messenger and have a video chat. I'd prefer to use that rather than Skype.
So I'll put Kat's details up, so you can just contact Kat and you can just click onto her thing and it'll bring it up. You know what I mean by that. So she's in here on Tuesdays. Now, we are also looking at running some classes next year. So we're not too far from the end of the year.
No.
So Kat will be running some workshops from here next year as well too. We've got the book to give away, so I'm going to tell you who the winner is in a minute. And what you need to do to get the book, to claim the book, you need to go onto my page, The Spiritual Realm Tea Room, and you need to send me a private message with your name, your phone number, and your address, and I will post that book off to you. So who is that? Oh, I've got her to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. To pick up. Janelle Page. Oh, hi, Janelle. Janelle's, have you won the book yet? Janelle's been following me since I started the show, I think. So Janelle, you are the winner. So send me your details to the Spiritual Realm Tea Room page, please, with your phone number and your address. Congratulations. What else? So the 1st of December, which I think is the Sunday, I have a tea leaf reading class in the morning, and that's $55. And then, you haven't won? Well, congratulations, Janelle. So go onto my page, The Spiritual Realm Tea Room, and send me your details, please. And then on the first Saturday in the afternoon from 2 to 4, I will be running another tea leaf reading workshop. And I'll also show the crystal balls too, and how you can read the crystal balls. It's what do you call it?
It's fine.
Universal. The meanings are universal, so you can still use my book, The A to Z of Tea Leaf Reading, and use the meanings that you like for the symbols of what you see in there to look them up, just like you see things in the clouds. I've also got a class coming up on Sunday the 24th of November, and we will be looking at the hands of what you would expect to find in criminals and murderers. So we'll be doing that on Sunday the 24th. So just check out my page, The Spiritual Realm Tea Room. Go to the events and you'll see the information there. Tonight I have got meditation, so we do that once a fortnight, and that starts at, come here at 6 o'clock for a 6:30 start. So meditation once a fortnight on a Thursday. And I was thinking probably one of the first places that I'll go to do my live shows out on the road with my gypsy wagon will be at Logan. So Pandora, if you know of a nice place that I can pull up, and I'll come along and I shall do a live reading there from my wagon, and I'll do that probably on a Sunday morning rather than during the weekday. So I hope that doesn't confuse everyone if I do my live show on a Sunday instead of a Thursday. So just stay tuned in and I will let you know when that's coming up. Is there anything else I need to... you can either come in here and get the products, or I can post them out to you. So if there's anything that you want, the teacups, beautiful idea for Christmas, are $150. The teas are $20 each. I'll get some of the candles in, and I know that they're around $35 each. So I'll get those in for you as well. And I want to do a prayer for closure, and I want to say thank you very much to Kat for coming along today.
Can I just say, if you're looking for a gift for somebody for Christmas, a gift voucher to the Spiritual Realm Tea Room would be a wonderful gift for them. So have a think about that. Or a Devonshire tea and tea leaf reading gift voucher might be just lovely for you and somebody you love to spend time with.
Or come and have your Christmas party here. We'll do a high tea. You know, if you've got a hens event, come here for a high tea.
Birthdays.
And some readings,
My birthday's Boxing Day. Nobody plays with me on Boxing Day. They're all hungover. So I'd love to have a Devonshire tea and tea leaf reading instead.
We'll book you in. And thank you very much to Karen for coming along and helping out as well too. So everyone have a lovely, safe week, and let me just do our prayer for closure. Great Spirits, we send thanks to you for your assistance and your guidance. We thank you for the love and the positive light we shared here today, and ask that the energies be brought to closure until next time. We ask for your continued protection as we move through our daily life, and pray we have the energy and the will to spread light and love with those that we touch. In return, we give our thanks and our gratitude, our love and our positive light for the universal good of all. Blessings be upon us.
So be it.
Love you all. Take care. Bye.
Bye.